Why doesn't the older generation of women teach the younger generation of women? Because you would always have older guys try to give a young man the game or educate him on something. Like, you go, like, an older, like, I cannot count how many times older guys have gave me advice on life, running a business, working a job, marriage. Like, you would get so much advice from another man. Women do not give advice to other women. You wanna know why? A lot of them are hard-headed and rebellious.
I agree with that. But see, I like to add some things. Two things. Women are also hard-headed and rebellious, but they're also stupid and malicious. Here's why I say that. See, most women in general, they don't want to see not only other women succeed, they don't want to see other people succeed. A lot of times, women don't want to see their own children succeed. You gotta think about that. There's a lot of fathers that's probably jealous of their sons, but there's a lot of women that's jealous of their children, especially their daughters. You see what I'm saying? So you don't look to women for mentorship, leadership, and guidance. You see what I mean? That's just not what they're built for. Yeah, they can raise a child to be a productive member of society, follow the rules and all that kind of stuff there. But being a mentor, it's like Gibson said. He said, men give men advice. Older men give younger men advice. I, too, myself, got a lot of advice from older men. My father, dudes I work with on jobs. Every job I've worked at, I've always been the youngest. I'm the youngest at the job I work at now. Now, the bar isn't that low. There's a few guys that's like a couple years older than me, but I'm technically the youngest, right? By a year or two. Everywhere I worked at, whether it be how to do the job, something outside of the job, older folks, I don't know what it is about me, older folks always kind of pull me to the side, be like, hey, youngster, blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? But see, this is the thing. Women do not want to teach. They're not educators. They'll be teachers and shit like that and look cute. You know, look at my Stanley Cup. Look at my bag. Look at this is my lesson plan. This is my planner. No, but they don't teach and guide because that's not their thing. See, women won't even tell their daughters, women won't tell their sons the real truth about how foul women can be. You see what I mean? Fathers make men look terrible in the eyes of their daughters. Terrible. Oh, men don't want nothing but sex. Don't believe nothing they say. Women won't do that. Women won't be like, son, listen, you don't want to deal with a woman that does this and this because she a hoe. Why? Because this might happen. Well, how you know, mama? I heard it from a friend. No, she used to be a hoe. And that's fine. You live and you learn whatever. But you won't teach your sons that. Women don't do that until they get old, about 70, 75, 80, 85. You remember that woman on TikTok, the one that's like, it ain't the men's no more, it's the women's gone bad. You remember her?
It's some good men's out there. It's the women. It ain't the men's no more. The women's gone bad. The women's gone bad. It ain't the men's now. It's the women done gone bad.
You a woman yourself.
I'm a woman myself, but I don't do half the things I see these women do now.
They don't care no more.
Because that's when the men don't respect them. You got to give a man respect to get respect. You got to give your husband respect to get respect.
See, she had it right, but she's old. Did she tell this? That was her granddaughter she was talking to. Did she tell that to her daughter, her son? No, maybe she lived in an era where she didn't have to. But look at women now. Women put their hands on men and expect to not get hit back. And I remember I asked my mom one time, shout out to my mom, I said, Ma, when you were a kid, did grandma or anybody, did they have to tell you, if you hit a boy or you hit a man, he gonna hit you back? Don't hit no man. She went, they never had to tell us that. But it seems like, see, we talk, and I'm gonna make a video about that too. See, we talk about the youngsters of this generation. But what about the middle age and the old folks of this generation? Ain't they kind of sorry? Men and women alike. They all sorry as hell. You see what I mean? And then they want to blame the kids born in 2000 like they just crazy. No, you helped create them to be crazy because you was crazy. And they was crazy and people in the 60s, 70s, 50s, you know, all that. The world is just crazy, I guess. You see what I mean? But you have women running around here acting plum food, black, white, Asian, whatever. I don't know if it's just America. I don't know what it is, but it's crazy. You see what I mean? Because women ain't teaching. See, like I said earlier, a man will teach his daughter the type of man not to look for. A woman, she be a prostitute, a stripper, do OnlyFans. You treat a woman like a queen, like a princess. You hear me? Shit, no, you don't do no shit like that to them, to a bitch. No, to a woman, a lady, yes. See what I mean? But like I said, women aren't meant to mentor and be leaders, and you're not supposed to follow their lead, because that's not what they're meant to do. They don't do that till they get old. See, I saw a clip from Corey on the 5150 show with Corey Holcomb's stupid ass, right? He was talking to Darlene. Y'all know Darlene. Darlene ain't going nowhere. And he was talking to Marcus's mama, right? You know, the dark-skinned dude him and Corey got into it with. He was just talking. It was just them two. He said, when y'all was raising y'all's sons, did y'all ever teach, when they would bring a girl home and they would talk about liking a girl, did you ever tell them the type of women to avoid? You know what them dumb hoes went? No. They had to learn it on their own. So you wouldn't tell your son not to look out for, like, you wouldn't pull him into another room. Hey, you might not want to deal with her. You wouldn't do that. See, men, we don't do that. If a man has a daughter, he gonna be like, first off, it's gonna be, the dad gonna sense it off top. Get out my house. He gonna sense you ain't worth a shit. Or if he feels something off, he might shake your hand, he might look at you sideways. He'd be like, yeah, you ain't seeing him no more. I can see he got trouble written all over him. See what I mean? Women just can't do that because they feel like they're talking about themselves, because they personalize. They don't know how to keep shit general. They personalize everything. You see what I mean? So that's where I'm gonna leave it. Women not meant to educate, teach, lead, be mentors. They won't do that for their own sons and daughters. They just want the brownie points and kudos for being a good mother. And a good mother, a lot of times, is just doing the bare minimum. I'm up out of here. Let me know what you think.